Hello, good evening, and welcome to Ugress TV episode 29. And I just opened the stream. Everything is quite dark, but Lost is already here, and I've opened the Zoom, and Toatle is there also. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the live stream. As you know, there is a warm-up of around 30 minutes. There's a counter here that counts down until the concert part starts. So if you're watching this as a recording, you can skip ahead to the music part, or you can hang out here or kind of skip around. After the live stream is over, I will post a link to all of the tracks directly in the description of the video, so you can skip to each track separately. If you want to participate on Zoom, I'm gonna post a link to Zoom right now. There you go. You can click on that link and you will appear here on Zoom. If somebody wants to, they will appear there. If not, we will just have myself looking at my laptop over there, which is hosting the audience. So I'm looking at you guys. I have the audience over there while I'm performing. My voice is really dry after a very cold winter and very warm inside. So I'm gonna go and grab some drinks. I will be away for a minute. I will just post that briefly. I'll be back very shortly. There we go, I'm back and I have some liquids for dehydration, and we should be ready to go in 26 minutes and 9 seconds. And Tu has joined us on Zoom, perfect. You can also join by clicking the link in the comments. Hello Jay from Göteborg. Hur mår ni I Göteborg? Do you have the same chilly cold as we do in eastern Norway? Here is minus 10 degrees. And also, David, Stockholm, how is Stockholm? Do you also have the freezing cold that's everywhere in Scandinavia right now, I think? And for once, I actually have read through all of the comments from all of the previous live streams, or I mean, I always do, but I've read through them and took notes on what I'm gonna reply for all the comments that passed by that I don't have time to answer during the concert parts. So right now, during the warm-up, as most of you already know, I'm able to answer and kind of chat with everybody as the comments are streaming down over here. But once the comment starts, once the concert part starts in 24 minutes, there's a lot of comments that I don't manage to see because they scroll by too fast, but I read them the next day. And now I make notes what to answer. So I will, after greeting everybody, I will reply to comments. Pure summer. Where is summer in Göteborg? Oh my god, that's just across the fjord. Yeah, same here, David. I'm kind of... The other day it was like only 0 degrees and I was like, oh, it's quite summery today. Almost like I wanted to go out in a t-shirt. Hello, Bastian. Wie geht's? How wie ist die Kälte in Deutschland? Do you have the same cold winter we have already got here in Norway? And I will find my notes for all of the lovely comments I'm gonna answer. So there was a question or a comment from a username called Fallen Eye or Falina, and commenting about that person, they attended a concert in Bergen in 2003 and they had great fun at that concert and has been a fan ever since, or I can't remember what more they said, but I'm curious, what was the concert in 2003? I'm actually, if you are watching, could you please post what was the concert in 2003 in Bergen? I think we only played at what's it called, the Lost Weekend Festival, but maybe we played somewhere else that year, I can't remember. Oh, +5 in Germany, Bastian. Oh my god, you guys are having a wonderful summertime over there. David, in Japan I will be traveling quite a lot and working mostly. No concerts this time. I'm traveling privately, so I will mostly be working and visiting family and friends. So I will be for a few weeks in Tokyo, but most of the time in Osaka, where I have family. Oh, Crystal, hello! Do you guys have internet finally? And is your move over? Or, I mean, have you arrived and do you have functional internet? Or are you currently burning your data plan to watch this? If you are burning your data plan, I have some good news for you that, like last time, the visuals for this live stream, like the previous one, my focus is on music, so there won't be so much animation in the images, it will be still images, and that is a lot less demanding on the broadcasting stream, because it's only one image, it can compress, like big parts of the screen stand still for a long time, in opposite to the more extravagant live streams where I have like stuff happening all over the place, which taxes the bandwidth quite a lot. Oh, TN. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that you missed a live concert. That's shitty. But it's yeah, this is not quite the same, but it's pleasant enough, and you don't have to go outside. I really enjoy doing these live streams. This is episode 29, you know, I've done almost 30 shows, or I've done more than 30 shows, because I did some Nebula Spool shows, and I do a ton of Patreon live streams, so I think I've done like 100 live streams or so since the pandemic started. It's great fun, it's good to develop new stuff, and tonight we're gonna have a lot of new music, I think 5 or 6 almost complete new tracks, which is a bit better than last time. I will check in with comments. Oh, Crystal, that's very nice of you to burn all of your data. we are just in the middle of December. I mean, what are you going to do for Christmas? You will just stare at a mobile phone not connected to the internet, and you will regret wasting it on these mindless comments on YouTube. Jay, thank you so much for your jogging compliments. And Anamoya, it's good to hear. Oh, the Spotify Wrapped. You know, this year it passed me complete by because I've been so focused on creating new music, so I'm not in the promotional mindset of Spotify. So I forgot to record that kind of Spotify Wrapped message. So you didn't get a video this year. -20 in Trondheim. Oh my god. Well, it's only 5 degrees colder than I've had here lately. Oh! Yeah, plus degrees. Okay. Oh, Crystal, I totally get it. I feel like I've been in this new house for way over half a year. Like 9 months almost now. And it took like 3 months before I felt 3 months after moving in before I felt like I was functional on a day-to-day basis. And there are still small things I haven't kind of gotten around to do, which probably never will be done. This is I think moving is an endless project that at some point you just kind of like, okay, it's done. You start thinking about the next move while still stuff is still not done. The Gaborski, hey, how are you? Good to see you again. Thanks for all of your lovely comments last time. Ah, Crystal, that's very nice. But what if I have another live stream later in that month? You used up all of your... You didn't think about that one. Thomas, hello, good evening, and good evening everybody. I'm quite chatty because I've been completely alone for almost for a week, kind of preparing this live stream. It's turning me kind of crazy. So I'm gonna calm down a bit and talk a little bit about the release party and Rose Wars. I can show you some pictures from Rose Wars, the single that was released today. I could put that on in the background actually. Oh, but you know what? First, I'm going to show you the trailer that I made. This work is from 2013. Now I'm going to show you the trailer for that performance in 2013. So that, let me put on that in the background, and while I'm showing you some pictures from that performance. So originally Rose Wars, which is released today, and that's why we are having a release party, was a work created for Fastspillet i Bergen. And it was me on a stage performing all of these characters. If you've heard the track, I'm playing it right now without the voices. There's 4 characters, Greg, Piazzolla, Stravinsky and Goethe, who are kind of battling out the musical themes with lightsabers and bandoneons and swords and stuff. So I'm running back and forth on stage. Is there a picture that shows you? Here, maybe... Well, it's a bit hard to see. Here you can see the stage, like I'm running back and forth in 2 positions on stage. On this side I'm Stravinsky, and when on this side I'm Greg. So here you see Greg is dead. And here Stravinsky is sword fighting. I can show you, do I have a video of that? Ja. Tusen takk. Jeg skal nå... So here you see I'm on one side of the stage and playing Nintendo Wii's. I'm using Wii's to control the instruments. So that's one character on that side, and then I move over to the other side. I play the music of that character, and this kind of increases in frequency, and I'm running back and forth and kind of firing off rose cannon. That's the cool part. I'm gonna see if I can find that. There you see. Yoo-hoo! I'm shooting rose cannons live on stage, and I kept firing off rose cannons, running back and forth, and I made quite a mayhem on stage with all of these cannons, kind of creating a war zone of romance and roses. And then at the end, you know, everybody dies, and if you take men out of romance, it's you only have a rose left. So that was a very quick background information for where this track came from. That was in 2013, and fans or supporters have been requesting if I could put that track out online in its totality, and now I finally did. I made an English voiceover that live on stage I was explaining this with voice, and now I have an English voiceover. So that's out in Spotify today, and that's what we are celebrating, but that's just me kind of like showing you where it's from, and it's currently playing in the background. If you really want to know how that works and go deeper into that work, that's a good thing to join my Patreon for, because I've been explaining pretty detailed how I did this, and they've seen photos and the full video and all of the material for that project on Patreon. I will talk more about Patreon later, as you know, in the unskippable ad break. Alright, I'm gonna check in with your beautiful comments. It's very warm in Belgrade. And 21 degrees on 1st of December. Oh my god. Yeah, I was just hearing from family in Osaka that it's 20 degrees in Osaka right now. I don't think that's gonna last until January when I'm there, but some places have it very warm right now. You will cry the whole evening, Chris. Max Trooper, good to see you. It's awesome having you here also. Yes, the lightsaber zones. I thought about you guys when... do you remember at the beginning of the pandemic when you were sitting in your Star Wars costumes? I was like, oh my god, they should have been on at this concert in 2013 with all of the Star Wars sounds. Bastian, I'm using the Wiimotes because that let me move around on the stage without any cables, which is very convenient when I'm gonna fire off a lot of rose cannons. The only instrument I have to trigger MIDI instruments is the Wiimote, which is wireless, and I have a range of about 10 meters or so I can move quite freely around on stage. I don't need that right here because I'm sitting. Wow, I could participate with my own playback there. But the bad news is that the Nintendo Wiimotes are not working on the new Macs, so I haven't still found a wireless replacement for that. Is mayonnaise an instrument if a Wiimote is one? Not what? I suppose that's some kind of autocorrect there, Bastian. I'm very curious. What is mayonnaise autocorrected from? Katyasu, good evening. Now comes the chaotic part in the music, so I'm gonna try and talk over that so you don't get scared, and answer some of the other questions that came during the comments on the previous live stream that I didn't have time to reply to in real time. There was another question from Lars TK. Hello Lars, I saw you in the scrollers there. Question from you, what's the story behind the Manhattan Sapphire video? The story is that at that time in 2004 for the Cinematronics album, that was released on a record company, and they had budget for music videos, and they had strong hello, good to see you. Oh, you're burning your data in the opposite direction also now. My god, it's splurging on streaming. And there you go. When I start talking about something else, I completely lose my track. What was I talking about? Oh, Manhattan Sapphire video. They paid for the music video, and we had quite a big budget, so the directors had money to hire actors and do some silly effects and stuff, and it was recorded in Bergen on the west coast of Norway. And the most interesting trivia of that part is there's a cameo. I'm in it. I'm selling used CDs on the market when they are running through the market, being hunted by the father, I think, of the father of the bride, and they're kind of messing up my table or kind of making a mess of things as they run by. And I was supposed to get really angry in that video, but the directors were like, you don't look like you're angry. So they had to redo the takes over and over, and I got more and more frustrated. And at the end, they run past and I kind of turn over my table, and I start screaming and throwing CDs after them, and everybody in his head was like, oh my god, what's wrong? Is he... It's like... So either I can't act up to a certain degree, and then I completely nail it, like so much that everybody freezes because my acting was so strong. Well, that was enough of Rose Wars. I put on the regular backdrop music. And it's only 8 minutes until we start, so check in with comments. Ghoul friend, 3 black hearts, and Sinus, hi, huge fan, thank you for coming. Mayo is sauce from egg and oil, you eat it with french fries. Oh, let me revisit the previous comment. Is mayonnaise an instrument? If a Wiimote is one, why not mayo? I do not compute this. If mayo is an instrument, you might want to. Can you ask that question again? And what is mayonnaise to do with Nintendo Wii? There might be a connection. I'm very curious to learn more here. Oh, I will tell you later, but an important thing that would be really great when you have time, and you have right now because it's 6 minutes until we start. Here, I just posted now a link to a survey where you can vote for which Ugress album would you like to have on vinyl. I'm gonna print vinyl this spring. The next album will be out on vinyl, and in that regards, I will use that opportunity to make a bigger order and print up maybe 2 or 3 albums from the catalog, and possibly also a compilation album with all of the tracks that there are lots of tracks that hasn't been released on albums, so maybe a compilation album would be great. So if you take that survey, it should take you less than 5 minutes. The most important thing I want to know is which albums would you actually like to have on vinyl? You can also just post it in the comments. I mean, you don't have to take the survey. I will also count up if you post here in the comments. But what I would really like to know, I have my intuition of which albums would make sense to print up on vinyl, but I really don't know what people like. My streaming numbers are so weird. They are very different from each country and also between the different parts of the world. I have some tracks that are incredibly beloved in Asia, but nobody in Europe ever listens to them, and then vice versa. The numbers between America and Europe is sort of similar, but it's all over the place, so it's really hard for me to say, I don't have a clear hit album. In Norway and Europe, I think the Resound, the 2 first albums are the biggest ones. And then in the US, it's the later albums. And in Asia, it's the middle, the early 2010 albums are big over there. Toratle, Rubber Duck in Machina 5th. I might have to note that for the next question. And I also have to kind of think, what was the story with the Rubber Duck? There is a story behind it. I probably have it in emails, and if not, I'm still in touch with... guess who directed that video? It's Magnus Martens, which has done this new, the There's Something in the Barn, which is currently a good success on streaming services about the Norwegian horror Christmas. I've been following his career with great happiness, and when we manage, we meet up for a beer, and I did some music for some of his smaller projects before. So he did the Machina 5th video, and he also did the Launchmeister video. Aha, Bastian, thank you for clarifying. I love SpongeBob, but I can't remember this, and I haven't seen that many episodes of it. Instrument, okay, huh. Now I learned something new. Wow, Exotic just joined on Zoom. If you want to Zoom also, in case you have joined lately, here is a link to Zoom. If you click on that and connect with your webcam, you will appear up here, and you will appear in some of the music videos. Not so much for tonight, because as I've told you last time and also told you earlier during this hangout, that I will focus on new music tonight. So you will be on screen between the songs, but I haven't worked on visuals for the new songs. I wait until the songs are kind of like finished, and then I build the visuals and graphics for them, both for live streams and for concerts. Donald Milliken, good to see you. Okay, Toratle noted. I will write a paper on the music videos of Ugress and present my findings in the next live stream. Cinematronics is noted. Kostya posted the first request for Cinematronics on vinyl. Thank you. I hope you are all right now. The reason there is no comments right now is because you are all desperately filling out the survey with very, very important informational data. Oh, Maxim just joined with a very strange video. Oh, and Toratla, I have some good news for you. One of your requests, previous requests, music requests, will be fulfilled for tonight. And also, Smart Dokular also asked for an 8-bit track or a chiptune track, and you will both be very happy tonight. Oh! Petra and Dog has arrived, and Lars and Cat has arrived. So right now on my Zoom you have a dog on the left and a cat person on the right. That's very great. Of the other questions I was gonna answer, because I'm running out of time, is Pierre, you had a request for Burning Rainbows. I would like to do that for you, but not tonight, because there are 2 tracks tonight that are quite similar to Burning Rainbow, and it was more important for me to try out the new tracks. And Burning Rainbow I can do in the next live stream. And Maxim van Veen asked what program am I using for the voices, and I'm currently doing most of the voice work with 11labs.io, which is a voice generator, voice synthesis system based on machine learning. Jon Einar Hagen asked, do you do film music? I think I answered that during the live stream last time, but yes, I do. Not as much as before, but I still do. Mostly what happens is that my tracks are just licensed for movies. That, I think, was all of the questions that I was gonna answer. That's very good timing on my end there. It's 19 seconds until we start, actually, and for once I'm gonna try and start when the countdown actually goes to 0. Can't remember if I ever did, but let's be ready for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Ignition! Hello! Good evening and welcome to Ugress TV livestream episode 29. Woohoo! It's a release party! bit sad music for for a lift off, but if you're watching this as a recording, please know you cannot join on Zoom. There's always somebody trying to connect on Zoom a few days later. But if you want to connect right now, you can join here by clicking that link in the comments, and you will appear here together with all these beautiful people, cats and dogs, and electrical outlets sometimes joining us on Zoom. So for tonight, it's a release party because today I released Rose Wars in streaming services. I will also talk a little bit about a vinyl survey that I would like to ask you, which Ugress album would you like to have on vinyl? And but after that, it's mostly going to be music. It's a concert, and I will present a lot of works in progress tonight. But first, let's celebrate Rose Wars that came out today. I already did a 10-minute segment during the hangout earlier where I talked about the background of the music, and we celebrated that a few minutes ago. So if you are interested in that, then just join us. You can skip back later and see that segment. What I'm more interested in is the future, and I am doing a survey where I'm trying to figure out which albums should I print on vinyl. So I have prepared a little survey. I posted a link to that right now. When you have time, can you click on that and kind of vote for your favorite album and give me some more data on kind of like what do you appreciate with vinyl, and how can I make a lovely Ugress product for you next year. Other than that, I will just quickly in this introduction tell you my plan up ahead, and that kind of explains why tonight is a bit different from all the usual live streams. Right now in November, pardon, I don't speak to anybody for weeks at a time, and I speak only, then I just blah 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 for 1 hour. I don't have a voice for that setup. So in November and December, I am doing what I'm doing right now. I am writing new songs for the new album, which comes in August or September next year. But the singles will start releasing already early next year. So I want to finish as much as possible now before Christmas. And that's what I'm doing right now. I will test out 5 or 6 brand new tracks tonight. They're almost done. Some of them more done than others. But that is my focus for tonight. And then in January, February, I will be traveling. I will be in Japan for 2 months, and we'll be working on the visuals and the kind of the conceptual part of the release, and start planning tours that will happen in August, September, October, and November next year. That's it. I'm gonna go straight into the music, so we don't spend any more time talking. It's been that's always lovely, but we are here for the music, so let's just get started with that. Before I start, I will just tell you, tonight I have not spent any energy or effort on the visuals. It's only sketches, and sometimes I'm recycling earlier stuff because I'm not generating new visuals right now. I'm only focusing on the music. So sometimes I'm using old visuals, or sometimes they're just stills in the background that shows you the concept of what will be there if that track is selected for the album. Here we go. The first track for tonight is a request, which is Katoku Pokus, or I don't know how to pronounce it, from 2006 from Ninja 9000, my side project. And for this one, I'm recycling the graphics from Chrome Shuriken Dragonfire. I have no idea if that will fit. I didn't have time to kind of adapt them. I will just kind of let that run at the same time as I'm performing Katoku Pokus. Thank you. That was Katoku Pokus or Katoku Pokus, or I don't know what I thought when I made up that name, from 2006 from my Ninja 9000 side project. And the graphics seemed, I didn't have time to pay a lot of attention, but it seemed like things were at least blinking slightly in time. And this was an example of when I'm finished with the visuals, stuff will it will be that lively in the animation. For the rest of the night, there might be it will just be still images that shows you the sketch of the material that I will be working on for the live streams. Let's move on to the next track, which is Rainbow Serpent Lumbago, work in progress. Woo, yay, whoa, clap, clap. That was Rainbow Serpent Lumbago. Thanks for your applause and for your lovely yellow. I always like coming back to this black studio and see all of your yellow claps and hearts floating up on screen and your wonderful applause over there. And I really, really love Captain Cephalopod with his green beard. You can't see it on the Zoom here, but the Captain Cephalopod has a Christmas hat or Santa Claus hat. I don't know what it's called in English, a world map and green tentacle mask. It's hilariously fantastic. Oh, there's Mikkel also. Hello, Mikkel. I haven't seen you in ages. And Anna, I will absolutely come to Skåne and I won't iron the laptop, and I will move on to the next track, which I'm very excited to present to you, which is called Life as a Frozen Frame. I will do that one and then I will check in with the
These neon streets. We wander, lost in digital rain. Echoes of a future. Only shadows remain. Creatures made of cool, broken from their chains, frozen in the pool, where silence never wanes. Whisper, revolution. Those circuits deep below, coded in the darkness, a hidden signal flow.
All my sins remembered. Segments of the game. Your memories corrupted. Life is frozen frame.
Gazed upon by giants, eyes of piercing light. We dance within illusions, through endless virtual night. The streets are lined with circuits, the neon's cold embrace. The future is the present, a dream that leaves no trace. The pulse of endless networks, in every step you take. Infinity of packets, everything is fake. Labyrinths of clarity, pixels in the weave. Ready-made reality, what the fuck should we believe?
All my sins remembered. Segments of the game. Your memories corrupted. Life as a frozen frame.
Whisper, revolution. Encrypt, detach, conceal. Coded in the darkness. Fragments of the real.
All my sins remembered. Segments of the game. Your memories corrupted. Life is frozen frame. All my sins remembered. Segments of the game. Your memories corrupted. Life as a frozen frame.
Ooh, slowly getting warm here. That was Life as Frozen Frame, work in progress. I will inform you that all of these works in progress I don't have endings for them. Once I decide, yes, this track is going on album, I will start working on like the complete structure and the ending. Right now, I'm like, should it be that long, this long? Should I do something else in the ending? Once I kind of this goes, then I finish the ending. So most of these, there are no endings for the tracks right now. Thank you for the wonderful yellow applause. And thanks for Bastian and Katjasu and Maxim. Also, thank you for the. It's scrolling so fast I can't connect names to the comments. Yes, I've been working on trying to balance the voices. We spoke about that in the previous live stream. How to figure out, like, I felt that it was sometimes a bit too much. And for tonight, I think it's going to be a little bit better balanced in voices, music, and also visuals. Another info dump is that the visuals are, I have not sequenced them. It's just random triggering of the kind of sketches I have for that track. So there's no story or narrative or anything. I'm just kind of the mood and the atmosphere and the places, the stages and the scenes. That's what is triggered. But I have no control over which scene is which part of the song. It's just a random image from that sketch. All right, I'm gonna move on. And for the next track, I'm going to take it a bit down. And before I start it, I will tell you that I have a new instrument. Haken Continuum Mini. Is that camera on? No, I forgot to turn it on. So I'm going to show you here. It's this thing here, which has a touch surface. And what I'm interested in, I'm not good at this yet, but I'm still gonna throw it into the mix tonight to just start using it, to get used to having it and working with it. I haven't had time to research it as an instrument because I'm focused on composing and producing and not performing. But I will still try it out for tonight. And what I am curious about this instrument, and the reason I'm doing this, is because I would really like to be able to slide between pitches without, the key band here is only a preset set. This one I can slide to whichever note I want, and I have much more sensitivity over the dynamics of it. I'm going to quickly show you a mini demo before I perform. I'm not good at it yet, but I'm just throwing it in there and start working with it. And I think by the tour next year in August, I should be kind of mildly competent on it. And it's very small, like it's only this, so it should be easy to bring on tour. And together with the breath controller, I'm kind of, I'm working towards portable stuff that's easy to bring along. The violin is currently the biggest thing I have. So the violin, the breath controller, and the Haken with the keyboard, that means like I can tour pretty easily with just myself and a wheeled suitcase. So that's the reason why I'm doing this, and that's why the next track, which is Tall Tales on small scales, is another work in progress, just me getting warm with my equipment. All right. Okay. That's very much a work in progress. I'm just trying out. I think this is an instrument that both I need to like control it much better, and also it might work better with like slow stuff, which is why I put it in here tonight to kind of like get a slight confirmation. Yeah. Okay. That could work. I need some more time to kind of like learn the sounds and build my own sounds. Right now, I'm just using built-in presets. That was Tall Tales on small scales. And before the regular ad break, which is coming after Klavier Aparat, let's do an oldie goalie. Here is Klavier. Let's load it first. Klavier Aparat from 2011, which is it's been a few years since I performed that. Well, that was a good demonstration of that. Also, the instruments I thought I could control, I also can't control those either. So maybe there's nothing specific about me not being able to play this one, because I'm not very good with those either. But the rabbit seemed, well, it ran away a few times. So there you go. Now we are at the unskippable ad part. Let's put some background music on. So we are now at the part you can't skip, and I'm very bad at it every time, so I'm just gonna run through it. You've all seen this before. You should subscribe to my mailing list ladder at ugress.io, and you can also subscribe to my Patreon. Every month you get like all of this, and then you can, if you don't know what Patreon is, please go to this link and look at Patreon there. And let's move on. That was a very short ad break, and now let's go on to Kobra Kahn, which is another work in progress. So I should just stop the background music. It's good to see that I'm very competent with advertisement and promotion, but it's much more fun to play new songs. So here's Kobra Kahn, which is another brand new track. Okay. So what else can I make a mess of? And that was like, there were some parts missing from the render. So clearly I'm like, where did the bass go suddenly in the song? And then I'm like, whoa, that part came much sooner than it's supposed to. So I, do they know it's Christmas? Clearly I have no idea even where I am. But that was Kobra Kahn. It's a work in progress. Okay. I don't know about the solo parts, but I'm trying out stuff. Let's see. This part was supposed to be MR-wise, but there isn't time because I'm talking too much, so I'm moving on. The next track is Gunslinger Diplomacy. After that one, I'm gonna check in with the comments. I'm gonna try and make an effort to make this. It's a work in progress. It's okay to mess up, but I'm feeling like, oh my god, I'm such a mess. Okay, that was Gunslinger Diplomacy, and I managed to not fuck that completely up. So you got a okay sense of what that could become, a kind of like neo-western score trip hop. So now I will just quickly check in with the comments and say hi to everybody that has passed. Richard, good to see you dropping in, TV user also, and Mikael Deboski, thank you for all of your wonderful comments and applause and support. And Hatted Robot, yes, it's that's a daily job here, is to make the AI put a hat on that stupid robot. So that was Gunslinger Diplomacy. And just before I'm hanging up on you guys, because we are now at the last track, I will remind you, did you remember to vote? Because we started this live stream with here is a link to a survey. I want to know, which album would you like to have on vinyl? That's the only thing I want for Christmas, is to know what do you want on vinyl. So I made a survey where you can vote on your album and also answer some more questions, but really I just want to know which albums would you like to have on vinyl. You can also post here in the comments. As usual, I will read through everything tomorrow and take a note, and like I did during the hangout earlier today, I will answer all of the questions that scrolled past me while I was making a mess of things. Thank you so much for helping me out here. These live streams are so valuable. I feel like I'm building a great arsenal of songs and also of skills to have live on stage when we start touring again in the summer. So thanks for having company with me tonight. How do you say that in English? And now is the last track of tonight. After that, I will take 2 months break. I'm going to Japan for 2 months, and I probably won't do any live streams while I'm there. So the next live stream is going to be in March, early March next year. Now we will finish with In Every Fear, a Friend.